And we're back now to answer your legal questions. Joining me this week is Lacosia Roberts with the Southwest Louisiana Law Center. And thanks for coming in, Lacosia.
Thank you for having me, Miss Agnes.
All right, let's get to our first question. My sister-in-law is executor for my father-in-law's will. He received oil checks. He passed away, and she is the only living sibling. My adult kid's father, who is deceased, left his share for his children. My kid's dad passed away 9 years ago, and my father-in-law passed away 5 years ago. Now, my sister-in-law still has not been to the lawyer that did paperwork so they can receive their father's share in the oil royalties. What can they do?
Well, Ms. Agnes, I have a few questions about this scenario, but I'm going to answer this matter more generally because there are so many blanks that haven't been filled in with that question. So according to Louisiana inheritance laws, if someone dies with a will and an estate is valued greater than $125,000, the surviving spouses and/or the children must undergo a process known as probate. And the Louisiana probate process ensures heirs receive their shares of the estate and transfers them accordingly. Now, in order to transfer these mineral rights in a case such as this one, it is highly recommended that an attorney or a title insurance company completes the title search just to make sure that the deceased person actually had the right to convey those mineral rights. And also through that probate process, if there is a current lease on the mineral rights, the executor, in this case the aunt, can transfer interest in the lease into the children's names so they can collect the compensation they're entitled to receive.
All right, so probably need some legal advice for real on this one.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, should online or self-help forms be used for legal matters, especially in Louisiana?
Well, Ms. Agnes, as most people know, Louisiana is a different animal. Our laws are very different, and that includes forms in order to have access to the courts and have your legal matters heard. So generally speaking, when an individual is seeking those types of forms, they're normally going to be self-represented, meaning they won't be represented by an attorney. So these essential fill-in-the-blank forms are usually helpful. However, you've got to be very careful, especially here in Louisiana, because many of those forms are created by out-of-state companies, and they're not familiar with Louisiana law. So a lot of times, individuals may pay hundreds of dollars for these forms and use them, and then realize when they try to file them to litigate their matters, they're not valid in a Louisiana court. So it is highly recommended that if a form is going to be purchased, that you purchase a form from a local organization, legal aid organization, or service organization such as the Southwest Louisiana Law Center. And actually at the Law Center, forms can be purchased for a nominal fee compared to the hundreds of dollars that are charged on many of these websites. The Law Center is located in the Magnolia building for anyone who is interested in any information about the forms that we have at 1011 Lakeshore Drive, Suite 402, or they can call at 337-436-3308.
All right, because you never know when you're buying something online whether that pertains to your particular situation.
Exactly.
All right, thanks for being here, Lacosia.
Thank you for having me.
All right, if you want your legal questions answered, you can email them to us here at news@kplctv.com. We'll send them along to the good people at the Southwest Louisiana Law Center, and you'll get your answers every Wednesday right here on 7 News at noon. Remember, civil matters only, please.